Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing today, my dudes? Straight into the meat grinder I go. No waiting around. We're gonna time some Windwalker keys. After playing Mistweaver yesterday, and already outdoing the highest peak my Windwalker has in M+, I realized that's not quite good enough. So we're gonna be grinding some M+, I suppose. Start out with a cheeky 18 Skyreach, and see how we go. Oh no, not this guy again. What the hell? Alright, so we have Druid Tank, so we need a Lust, right? Maybe like a Mistweaver and then a Lust spec. Probably makes sense. As a Mistweaver main myself, now I think I can call myself that after yesterday's performance. I'd probably call myself a Mistweaver main. They're kind of overpowered. So I think double Monk's probably fine in any situation, to be honest. Does not matter. Raid buffs are irrelevant. But just deciding what I want as the Lust class, really. Maybe Shaman makes sense. Yeah, go on, we'll take a Shaman. Why not? He's got all his 18s, pretty much. Then I guess I just want a Mistweaver who has some sort of experience in 18s, I suppose, ideally. Alright, yeah, so starting with 18 Skyreach. I don't think it will be too bad, to be honest. I'm not sure how we're going to play this. So if I look at keys, because I'm playing with a semi pre-made stack, kind of like yesterday. Same tank. I want to say same DK, but they didn't play the DK yesterday. We have like a... Okay, the Shaman just left straight off. Understandable. I guess he doesn't want a free 18 Skyreach. That's okay. Each of their own. Yeah, because we have an 18, a 16, and a 12, so the issue is, obviously, time this 18, maybe get a 19 or a 20. That might start getting difficult. I don't know. I think we're going to play it by ear. Probably do my keys, though. I think makes the most sense. I like it when a 3-stack signs up to my 3-stack. Yeah, so we're a little bit limited on what we can take, right? So obviously I have to take a Bloodlust, non-negotiable. Obviously, Devourer would be good. It's true, I could just kick the DK. It's not a bad idea. We might... I mean, this DK's got score. Hold up. Trade deal? I mean, potentially Orgvoker. Or it might just be a Hunter angle. I just don't think Hunters are very good in M+ at the moment. They are playing BM though, and there aren't a crazy amount of interrupts in this dungeon. Oh. See, this is why I hate doing my own key. This is why I usually, well, recently I've just done other people's keys, because I don't have to think about this shit, you know? I just join a group and play. Now I actually have to have responsibility. So if I invite people and we deplete it, I'm sad. You're not going to splat on pool 2, stop. Oh, I feel like you kind of just need a Mistweaver. I mean, Shaman's not bad. I'd take a Resto Shaman. The issue is that they haven't done an 18. So, like... I don't... Yeah, I can't really put my faith in that. I mean, the Hunter's very appealing. I'm just going to take this Hunter, I think, and then we'll wait for a Mistweave Monk. Or a Resto Shaman that kind of looks pretty decent. I think those are the two real options. I mean, actually, if I took a Shaman, I could have taken a different DPS. I didn't really think about that. I mean, there's a Restive Shaman that's 290. He's got some 18s. I mean, it's only an 18 Skyreach, you'll be fine. Is this complacency? I think this is like the definition of complacency, where I tell myself that I want to form this group that I'm happy with, and I'm confident can time the dungeon, and then I actually look at the Mythic plus queue, and there's no one signing up, or not people I want to sign up, and I just invite whoever. I think this is why I suffer when I do my own queues. I'm very complacent. I just want to get in the dungeon. I think this is fine. It's only an 18. What could go wrong? Oh, to Skyreach we go. New patch tomorrow. That's pretty hype, I guess. I love borrowed power. What is it tomorrow? It's like the Omnian Folio, whatever it's called. Which then you have to do weekly. I love weekly time-gated content for power. It's so much fun. So that's going to be a joy to do. I don't even think it's that powerful. But obviously any DPS increase you kind of have to go for because, you know, why wouldn't you? It's a DPS increase. The only positive to it, I think, is that it's warbound. So you only have to do it on one character. But I think most systems these days are pretty much warbound like that. Can you imagine having to do on every single character you have? Oh my god. You would have had to a couple of expansions ago. And then you have the new raid boss, which has a lot of loot that's actually good for Windwalker. So you're definitely going to want to be doing that. Like, I'm pretty sure almost every item that it can drop for Windwalker is something that you want. Maybe not the trinket, but I think the trinket's like hit and miss or whether it's good or not. It depends on what gauge you have, I think. But like the ring's really good because the ring works with nature damage. Surprise, surprise, Windwalker does nature damage. Obviously higher item level head, so you want that. I think it also drops a belt, which is probably something you're going to take, because once again, it's higher item level. Basically, you pretty much want every single piece of loot from this new boss, which means we get to grind it. Oh my gosh, so fun. Have I done a ready check? I'll do another one. Alright, let's lock in. Lock in, time key, be happy, go bed happy. Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't think that hits. Definitely don't think I double Zenith this. Like, this pull just died so quickly. Well, to be fair, that Dread Raven actually has quite a lot of health still. I'm not, like, double Zenithing just one Dread Raven. Potentially double Zenith the next pull, because I know the DK is not going to have cooldowns for that, because I play DK a lot on this dungeon. And then I imagine the Shaman's also not going to have cooldowns, so basically I probably will have to carry the damage on the next pull. So as a result of that, I think that I need to hold the double Zenith, make sure I use it on that. I mean, DK might have its cooldowns actually, because this took a little bit of time. He'll have it in like 20 seconds. Holy damage. I had that kick, mother rucker. Oh, it's just in a fist of fury. Yeah, not bad. I think it was definitely worth holding the double zenith, right? Because I did a lot of damage on that pull. Without double zenith, oof. So we'll send puzzle box in a sec. Yeah, just wait for this mechanic. Go behind the wall. Happy. Don't get hit by anything. Pretty overpowered strat. Oh my god, I lost a zenith charge. I'm so greedy, I should have done it before the Fist of Fury. Oh, I was debating if I could do it or not. A little bit of a damage loss there. Okay, not on me, that's good. So what? The one boss that really scares me in this dungeon is the next one. Just because, I don't know, I feel like defensives are really bad on Windwalker for that. It probably would be around an 18, but I might have to, like, utilize Soothing Mist a fair bit. Oh no, that's bad. I wanted to get behind the pillar, but I realized I couldn't go behind this one on the right because the gust of wind was coming in, so I had to make a pretty on-the-spot decision there to take the damage and Transcendence, which worked out, but I would have preferred to dodge it. I should have basically been hovering around the left side over there instead, and then I would have avoided the entire damage entirely. Does that make sense? Sure, why not? Boss is almost dead. We're not sending any cooldowns yet. Which side's it coming from? We want to be on this side. Oh, we didn't even get the mechanic. Who cares? Not my problem. Like, the next pull's also relatively scary. So we're just holding everything right now, stacking up our Zenith quite a lot, just to make sure we absolutely obliterate it. Alright, I'm gonna I'll mark that priestess. Go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I am out of juice though now, unfortunately. I don't think we do the triple pull here. Don't. Oh my god, we're doing the triple pull. Okay, that's kind of crazy actually. And then I get hit by the mechanic straight off. I don't actually think we have the cooldowns for this, to be honest. I mean, I definitely don't have the cooldowns for this. Yeah, I don't know why he triple pulled that, and that's so greedy. I get that it's an 18. We don't really have cooldowns for this. I'm gonna flame him in a sec. Oh my god, this is so cringe. I don't know, I think I'd have to look back at that and see if I could have survived it, because I had to use defensive for the first beam, right? And then obviously I got hit by a second beam, but I had nothing up for it. Maybe that's just a straight up Vivify spam. It also means I have no defensives now coming up for this. This is going to be fun. Oh, this is going to hurt like a mother rucker. Oh my god, he stood in front of it, so I moved for him. My health pool. How? How has this been timed by a Windwalker on like a 22, by the way? We have this covered? You're double beamed, bro. Huh? The beams should not be able to spawn this close together, by the way. So that just makes it insanely difficult to deal with. Oh, get inside. Soothe me. I'll just stick on this one, I think. I have Karma now, so I feel really safe. He says sarcastically, because fucking Karma sucks balls. I might have to health pot the next one. Oh my god, voice crack. I'm just gonna send coolies here. This boss is still relatively high. Oh, save me, bear. Beautiful creature, you. I forgive you for what you did in that last pull. All is forgiven. We are friends again. We do not kill this before these blow up. So... But I'd really like to not send my defensive here, if possible. I'm just going to health pot it. Yeah, I would have had to health pot it, because the beams actually still keep going after the boss dies. I'd rather have fought Brew for the boss coming up than a health pot, I think. Do I prefer that? Well, shit, I've made my choice, so I guess I do. I don't want to use Ring of Peace here, because I want to use Ring of Peace on the boss. It's more important. Okay, DK damage. So you can Zenith then Fist of Fury, then double Zenith Stomp. Yeah, you can do that. Not during the Fist of Fury channel, though. That will cancel it. So I think I'll fort through the first one to get that ball rolling. I'm going to save Zenith here, because I need to send out my puzzle box as soon as possible. I can't send it out now though because the boss is about to dash away and that'd be a waste. So a little bit delayed, but it's okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, we'll send it now. I'm gonna save the stomps though for the sun break so I can hit the bird. Armor this. Into that. Into that. Into double stomps. Guarantee we get it. That bird is pissed that I stomped on its face, but, you know, fuck it. Then we have one more Zenith. And I'm gonna save that for the next first phase as well. Do exactly the same thing I just did now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, fortifying brew this. Yeah, so that kind of worked a treat. No defense for this, no health pot. Kind of rough.
5, 4,
We've got a long way to run.
2, 1.
Oh, God. And I'm not going to Zenith this one, because I want Zenith. I want double stack of Zenith. It's more important for the pack coming up, because it's probably the hardest one for the tank to survive. I'm not going to Karma this as well. It'd be a waste. So even though I might overcap here, it's more important. Way more important. Alright, let's do this first time and not look embarrassing. God, that's so much easier to do on Panda. I tried doing it on my Mistweaver yesterday as a Void Elf, and I swear to God the models make such a big difference on how easy that is to do. I feel like the fatness of the Panda just allows that jump to be so much more simple. Whereas a Void Elf, I felt like I was like sliding down. I don't know. Maybe it's a mindset thing. I think we focus the Void Talon? Blade Talon, I think, makes the most sense to do. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that felt necessary. This pack is terrifying. Like, it doesn't look that terrifying. It's all about, like, tank stacks, right? If the tank gets too many stacks, he's in, like, such pain. And then on top of that, if he gets, like, the bleed as well, it's just... You can just instantly die. Oh, I want to mark this priestess, but it's moving like a mother rucker. There we go. I will have Fort Brew for the next pull, but I'm running low on defenses. Let me focus target the mob that we're about to go to as well, so I don't forget in the clusterfuck of like. There's gonna be a lot going on basically, so I want to mark it now whilst I'm kind of chilling. And then the Blade Talon needs to die. Oh, I want to interrupt. I'm casting. Oh, Fist of Fury really needs to get changed. You should be allowed to interrupt during it. Like, so if I have to instantly kick, right? Like I didn't there. You just run into this situation where, like, you need to kill this trash pack fast, and obviously my first Fist of Fury is going to be a massive one because it's in Zenith. And it's like, can I cancel this? Obviously, if the cast was about to go off, I would have kicked. But it did get covered. But, like, it's one of the things where I really want them to make at least a talent so that you can interrupt during fists. Because, like, I don't think there's been more of a time than now where you have to, like, fist as much as you do. So we're constantly channeling, right? And then during that channel, what are you actually meant to do? Oh, I wish my Touch of Death was 10 seconds shorter cooldown. Well, better late than never. Oh, let's put this on the edge. No defensives to kick things off. A little bit terrifying. There was, like, no damage there for that ad. Alright, we'll fort through this, because this is going to hurt a little bit. I'm going to save Zenith as well. Now. Oh, we got the mechanic again. Probably have to touch a Karma this one. Oh, out of defensive, out of health pot. That's okay. I'm not concerned. He says, very, very concerned. Oh, cool. I can do something useful here. Go on. Take me to the special place. Drop me? Hello? Stupid bird. Do you see how long it took me to drop me there? It was teasing me. It was edging me on. Oh my god. The beamer. Am I on fire right now? This hurts, actually. Taking the long route. Oh my god. We have Lust in 20. I'm just going to send it now to just get this guy out of trouble. Like, it doesn't... I basically scuffed using it with Lust to just try and make sure we got that bird instantly. So the birds have caused so much trouble on this boss. Yeah. Hit that Lust at the end. Oh my rod. It's beautiful. Also get my port mandated kick on the boss. Yeah, not bad. Plus dude it. I'm not happy about that death. Probably my fault, though. I think I kind of blame the tank then for it. I think I was just frustrated. It was a big pull, though, with no cooldowns. You know what? I still blame the tank. Do I know about the Link Spirits on this boss? I do. Um, it's where you take the Transcendence talent to someone, and then you completely avoid the bird. I am aware of it. It probably is worth taking on Skyreach. I just didn't think about it before the dungeon. Um, it's faster, isn't it? So obviously I was hovered in the air there for at least like 5 seconds. But I'm pretty sure the moment the bird picks you up, you just Transcendence, right? Something along those lines. It works similarly, right? Yeah, I just don't make 50% of our damage Fist of Fury being back damage into bring back damage into Spinning Crane Kick. Um, and Bok or even Conduit, but no, Conduit is nerfed and Lightning is gone. Yeah, I mean that is the issue, right? A lot of our damage is Fist of Fury. I don't think they're going to change that though. They have like reduced it slowly, right? Because if you look at like damage now, this used to be a lot higher. Basically a lot of this went into the Zen of Stomp. I think the best thing they could do is probably make it so that Spinning Crane Kick takes some of that damage as well. But that's not going to change the gameplay loop. Like the gameplay loop is pretty static with like how you play. Like Fist of Fury recessing and everything, like playing towards resetting that Fist of Fury. So even if Spinning Crane Kick is like stronger and does more damage, you're just gonna end up changing that as your filler instead of like a blackout kick, really. So I guess you would Fist of Fury a little bit less because you're not taking advantage of the reduced cooldown with blackout kick, but you'd still be channeling pretty much all the time, and that just makes it so awkward to kick sometimes. What are they saying? Let's have a look at keys. What we got? Ooh, 20 Spire. Oh, classic Windwalker beats Death Knight. It's just the usual, isn't it? Just discussing what key we do next. Okay, yeah, we're just discussing how we want to approach the Spire, because usually when we play when run a Spire, we'll do a bunch of skips that involve Augmentation Evoker and Devourer Demon Hunter, but we don't have one of those, so we're just going to press W and run it down mid. I still think... I probably want a Mistweaver for this, or a Resto Shaman. If we get a Resto Shaman, then I want a Demon Hunter. I think, like, meta comps and meta comps, it's cringe, but they're meta for a reason. Still ring the mobs. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that works. An extra charge is a must for fortifying. Yeah, that's one of the suggestions I made in the video I made. About survivability. I mean, like, I made a lot of suggestions for how they could change it. Do I expect, like, literally all of those to be done? Absolutely not. But, like, It was kind of just to highlight how much of an issue Windwalker has with survivability and like almost every aspect of survivability. I think a bunch of that should get addressed, but realistically, I think all they'll do is touch defensives. Like we're not going to get a stamina talent because they'd have to, like the issue is that like that's class tree stuff, and that means other like Brewmaster and Mistweaver also get the benefit of that. And I know Mistweaver has like inbuilt stuff into their kit that allows them to have more stamina. Like a Mistweaver in the current build, like I'm playing an M+, or Mistweaver has more stamina than my Windwalker just because of their talents. So I'd be surprised if we got stamina. But like my argument for stamina was both of our defensives, right, work off of health. Right? So if we have like one of the lowest health pools in the game, that's actually like our defensives also lose strength because of that. If we gain health, our defensives gain power. It's kind of funny in that way. Because Calm is health based, right? And then Fortifying Brew also gives you 20% increased like health, but you know, 20% 20% of a lower number is not great. Alright, let's focus on who we invite. Oh my god, they've done all the 21s. But it is a warrior. That kind of goes hard, actually. I'd rather take a good healer, I think. Nah, actually do this. Lock in. This goes hard. When did the channel name change? Maybe last week, maybe a week and a half ago, something like that. I don't remember, actually. Yeah, maybe a week and a half ago. Something around then. But as you can see, still a lot of Windwalker content. Alright, let's head over to Spire. Maybe I should repair my gear first. That would be smart. Smart. I just want AoE Touch of Death back. I hated and loved it back then. Now only love remains. I didn't mind AoE Touch of Death, but I didn't really play Monk too much back then. I was playing Rogue mostly in Shadowlands. But I know a lot of people did not like the AoE Touch of Death, because isn't that like where like a lot of the damage actually came from? So like, it was almost like you were balanced around your Touch of Death. Which in itself just sounds crazy. What's the main reason? Just being different specs now and then? Yeah, essentially, yeah. I felt a little bit like pigeonholed into just Windwalker content. So now I just feel like I'm able to like do other specs and stuff like that, and make videos and stuff like that on them. It is the general idea behind the name change. But still fun, still predominantly like Windwalker stuff, right? 'Cause it's not like I changed the name because I hate the spec. I'm not anti-Windwalker. But it means I can like, you know, play my Mistweaver and stuff like that, and my EK, and feel chill about it. Touch of Death honestly was the worst thing for this class and still is. Yeah, I actually like Touch of Death. The version I liked the most of Touch of Death was the one that you could use it, I think it was all the way back in Legion, where you could actually use it at any point in the fight, and then any damage you did during that period of time, like it was 8 seconds or something, you then replicated or something. It was something along these lines, and then you could press Touch of Death again. I think that was like a really cool version of Touch of Death, where like it acted as like a big damage amplifier sort of thing, and wasn't restricted to something on super low health, right? That was my favorite version of Touch of Death. Because then it almost became like a cooldown, right? Rather than a finishing move that realistically does like no damage. Like I felt like that was cool. Even if like they removed the second application of it, but I think they're pretty set in you having it as like a finisher. Legion was goated from Windwalker. Yeah, that's when they had like Strike of the Windlord that came in. Oh, yeah, those loads of cool things for Windwalker. The legendaries were pretty cool. I remember the hat. I forget what it did. I think the hat was lightning, right? Lightning related. Do I need anything special for this dungeon? Probably not. This looks fine. Everything's cool here. I swear in like Legion we had like 4 defenses as well. Isn't that back in the day when we had Diffuse and Dampen Harm? Did Windwalker also have Zen Meditation, or was that just Brewmaster? God, Zen Meditation was goated. I remember because I played Brewmaster a lot back then. Oh, what an offensive, dude. I think it had like a stupid 5-minute cooldown or something, but like you just sat down basically and took massive reduced damage. Oh, funny. Oh, I'm gonna take so much damage here. God save me. Okay, this is a plus 20. Let's see how many deaths I can rack up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My sisters were the last to visit these halls, but they threw their home and their bond away. If we can calm the spirits here, the Ranger General was sharp and steadfast, while the Peacekeeper kept the calm. Which path will you choose?
Can't target it. Oh, I hate the targeting system sometimes. This spec is so squishy. Oh my god. I've used everything. That's Fort Brood, that's Karma, that's Health Pot. I just bleed. That's insane. What's the solution? So I had to wall on pull. Like that's non-negotiable. And then I tried to Karma, I think, a salvo. I definitely had a salvo on me. The steward's in a good spot. Yeah, that works. So cursed.
Teresa was the peacekeeper of our family. She spent many days.
I'm just gonna target this, I think.
But the wilderness has overtaken it now.
Oh boy, I'm poisoned. Oh boy, I'm practically dead again. I should detox myself, actually. Detox would definitely help you. The damage difference from that 18 Skyreach to this, like, 20, just, what am I... How did this put... Well, it's not me, because it wasn't targeted on me. I would have known if I'd pulled this, because it would have gone orange. This is really bad, because this puts a horrible dot on us. It's gonna be so much fun. I actually don't know if we can do this. I'm just having to cancel Fist of Fury here.
Only the strong.
It's just so much
survive.
damage. Yeah, it was the Soul Torment. It's because the other one got pulled. Like, I'm 90% sure that wasn't me, because if I paralysis and I go too close, the health bar goes orange if I'm targeted. So that's how I would have pulled it. I'm like 90% sure it didn't go orange. Like, only 90 though. +3 stand buff on gloves helped. Yeah, they really got me out of that pickle. Alright, so I have a 19 Windrunner Aspire. That's pretty exciting. It's gotta be... Like, I keep looking at these talents. I look at them, like, after every dungeon, I'm like, there's gotta be a way, man. There's gotta be a way I can get some more healing out of this. I mean, potentially I take the Diffuse Magic talent. That could actually be useful. What would I drop? Vigorous Vigorous Expulsion, maybe. It just doesn't do that much. Oh, I wish I didn't clear my healing logs. That was kind of important for me to see. Actually, I might be able to see. Healing done. Yeah, I mean, Expel... I mean, like, it's my second highest healing, but, like, realistically, what, what is that? Okay. I think maybe, yeah. Maybe take the Diffuse Magic talent. Like, it might help a little bit, but... The issue is a lot of these times I have to press Fortifying Brew before going into combat. Like, before those salvos go out, I have to use Fortifying Brew, so that makes the Diffuse Magic talent absolutely pointless, because there's nothing on me at that time to reflect. But if I don't pop it before the damage comes out, I am absolutely railed. Big time railed. Gotta play Dwarf or Healer Dispels you. Yeah, I think the issue there was that the other pack got pulled, right? The one that I paralysis, like, they came running eventually. So my thoughts are someone ran too close to it, because paralysis is a very short range, but I did bring a piece it as well, so it's actually, the mob was really far away. I'd be very interested to know what actually pulled it as a result. But regardless of what pulled it, right, those mobs, you get the dots from them, and there's already one in the pool downstairs, right, and your healer can only dispel once. So suddenly we have 4 dots that tick like a mother rucker. I can understand why they were having an absolutely horrendous time healing there. So that's like where a diffuse could be useful, right? Because then I could remove it for myself. Hopefully. I don't know, sometimes diffuse can be weird. Oh, there's so much poison in this dungeon as well. I love this place. Yeah, gotta play dwarf. Gotta play dwarf. I was thinking... I feel like I want to probably play Night Elf. I know dwarf is very useful in removing stuff, and it probably helps the survivability. But I think Night Elf is even better, right? Because there's so many situations where you can Night Elf a mechanic, and it just doesn't happen at all. Like, I'm just thinking about Skyreach right now. There's so many applications. Oh god, what have I done? There's so many applications in like Skyreach where you can just avoid all the damage. Nothing here instills confidence. You know what? You got to change it to competitive. Then everyone will be like, get locked in. You know, if it's relaxed, everybody's too chill. They're too chill to push. Make it a competitive dungeon, and then everybody locks in. Real. I changed it to competitive, and then only one person signed up. That's not good. All right, we have lust now through the shaman. Maybe I just take Devourer. Well, actually, I could see Warrior being good. I mean, this is a not. Why does Monk take damage like this? So long don't play WoW. It's a combination of a whole bunch of things that have just kind of added up over time. Like it's genuinely just a mix of a whole lot of things. The key one being that our defense is just relatively weak. Especially in like higher scaling keys. Like Fortifying Brew's not awful, but it's not good. Like it's not a good defensive generally. Like 20% damage reduction is actually like one of the lower ends of damage reduction from any like defensive, right? It does give you 20% health, you know, you can't ignore that, but 20% health is like it's not great. Oh, they've only done 15s. They've got 20s on their main. I can't. On top of that, Touch of Karma, right? Touch of Karma scales so badly. Like, when you think about it, like, you got big damage coming in, or rot damage. Touch of Karma is essentially a 220k shield on my character, because it's based on your health, right? That gets broken so quickly. Like, so quickly that it almost does nothing. And then once that's down, it's on a 1 minute 30 cooldown, which is, like, insane for, like, a defensive that barely does anything, right? So realistically, like, Karma can save you from certain situations, but a lot of damage that comes out in higher keys and stuff is, like, continuous damage. So Karma instantly breaks, and then you've got nothing covering you. And then the cooldown on it is 1 minute 30, which is just kind of laughable for, like, what it actually does. On top of that, we just have a really low stamina pool, so we have relatively low health in comparison to most other classes. On top of that, our natural defensiveness, like our natural like avoidance, our like self-healing, our damage reduction basically is relatively low as well in comparison to other specs. It just all kind of adds up into this one mess of very weak surviving. Very weak surviving? That's some horrendous English. And like the one saving grace you have is that you can spam self-healing on yourself. Like this, basically. But one, this barely does any self-healing, and two, the biggest issue is it uses energy. So then whilst you're doing this, trying to keep yourself alive, you aren't doing any damage. Like, we're not a spec that applies like debuffs on targets and stuff, right? So like we're doing no damage during that period of time. Oh, and then let's say you do survive for whatever reason, you come out with no energy, so then you can't even use your abilities. It's just horrible. So it all just kind of adds up. I'm just going to take this Mistweaver.
Coffee Bean Liquid is now following.
Appreciate the follow. Thank you. Coffee Bean Liquid. Great name. Coffee Bean Liquid.
Fastboy 42069 is now following.
Oh, but it does get beat by Fastboy 42069. I'm sorry, Coffee Bean. Fastboy 42069. I love it. I do think a defensive buff will come pretty sure. The death stats and raid are almost really clear. Yeah, I think they're gonna tackle defensives. I think it'd be crazy if they don't. It's just what they're gonna do is gonna matter, right? So I don't think the solution is just bring diffuse magic back, because that doesn't solve the issue of Touch of Karma, and it doesn't really solve the issue of like Fortifying Brew. It doesn't like it's like a band-aid. So I looked at Maniforge stuff as well when I was doing that video, and Windwalker still had like highest like death logs and stuff like that, and like damage taken, and it comes down like that was with diffuse magic, right? And it comes down to inherently our actual defensives not being that good, unfortunately. It's heckin' Windwalker Wednesday. You're goddamn right. I mean, it's Wednesday somewhere, right? Wednesday somewhere in the world. Is it Wednesday in Australia? Come on, it's gotta be Wednesday in Australia. Thank Lord, back to a proper spec. What's wrong with Mistweaver? Mistweaver's fun. Mistweaver, like, if I'm in trouble as Mistweaver, I can heal myself, and my heals actually do something. It's great. Mistweaver has no survivability issues. I just, cocoon myself and carry on with my day. Okay. Run it back. I mean, run it forward. I haven't depleted this key already today. Run it forward. First, when we're on a Spire of the Day. Oh, I'm so excited. You can just spin out of problems. Yeah, exactly, Health drops a little bit low. Spin.
5, 4,
Health drops really low. Cocoon.
2, 1.
Health drops insanely low. Listening.
My sisters were the last to visit these halls.
I should play my Mistweaver.
They threw their home and their bond away. If we can calm the spirits here, the Ranger General was sharp and steadfast, while the Peacekeeper kept the calm. Which path will you choose?
The rest of the steward is on the wrong side. This doesn't work. Oh, I can...
Out of range.
That should work. There's no way we pull aggro there. I definitely haven't. That thing is still red for me.
Barisa was
Okay, I guess we're pulling it.
of our family. She spent many days
My tank had other ideas.
but the wilderness has overtaken it now.
Maybe someone went orange. Well, I feel like that's enough distance, though. What am I bleeding out to? I think it's definitely the dot. I can't see it because my frames are DPS frames. Oh, that's not great. How did that not kick my focus target? Oh. It did. Ignore that. Well, I'm taking a lot less damage this dungeon. That's kind of nice.
The soothing sounds of my heart brought Barisa joy beyond measure. I'll need that relic.
That ability absolutely chunks, and that's 3-Fort Brew. Like, it's not awful, but it chunks. I can't wait to use Touch of Karma in this next one. Oh my god, it's gonna be so much fun when it instantly breaks and I have nothing to defend myself. I'm so hyped. Alright, we pop Karma now. Let's see how long it lasts. It's already gone. What a good defensive. What an amazing defense. I'm glad. I'm glad that's the thing. Alright, so we're gonna have to pull these birds because we're not doing the skip. That's kind of awkward, actually.
Well now, Dragonhawk seems to have stolen my heart. Don't let you close to that fight.
I mean, this pull isn't actually that bad. I just think it's time consuming. That's why you tend to skip it. You like, usually what you do is you will sleepwalk one ad, and then you will cage the other one and just run past them.
I need a target.
Oh, this boss is going to be fun. Health pot check. Okay, at least we have that. I think if I get the circles, I'm just going to have to use... I'm just going to have to use Soothing Mist, I think. So I have to have defenses for this. This is insane, by the way. I'm literally just bleeding out. That's 3 Fort Brew. I can't wait for the next one when I don't have Fort Brew. I'm so excited. Kind of based, not been hit by an upheaval yet. We like that. This might have to be health pot karma for the next big damage window. Okay, we got hit. Soothing Mist, I think it's going to have to be. Yeah, that hurt. Armor and start, just so that I can pop this without caring. Watch the tornado! That thing was curving, by the way. No cap. Oh my god, I have to help up. This Mistweaver must, like, hate... People must actually hate, like, just not even Mistweaver in general. Players must hate healing a Windwalker Monk. They must be like, holy shit. Actual panic mode. Panic stations. Defcon 9. Windwalker Monk in my group. Holy shit. We have been a little bit blessed and only been targeted by one of these circles, which makes life a lot easier. And we're Fortifying Brew for this. This is like the only instance I like Fort Brew's long cooldown, is because it actually lasts the majority of the length of this. My healer is dying. I might have to heal myself here a bit. Yeah, we definitely have to heal ourselves a bit here. Yeah. Maybe a bit late on the Soothing Mist. That's like through my biggest defensive as well, right? I think the point I'm trying to make is I shouldn't have to spam Vivify. Like, I healed myself once with an instant heal. I shouldn't have to sit there and spam heals on myself to live. Like, that's not gameplay. That's depression. Okay, especially not when my biggest bloody defensive is rolling as well, by the way. That's just... Meanwhile, you look at, like, the DK's health, he's just like... He's listening to the payphone. That guy's chilling. He's having the greatest time of his entire life. He's just like, wait, this mechanic does damage? I didn't know that. They said sorry had nothing. It's fine. I'm a Windwalker.
Sylvanas didn't ask to be Ranger General, but
I'd probably pull this, right?
I am
Okay, he's just gone for it. Okay. He said, fuck your paralysis skips. We do it my way. Because the thing is, right, look at damage overall, right? Windwalker is, like, its damage is extremely competitive. But it's just, the survivability of it is just horrendous. Like, why would you ever bring a spec that, like, just has to be... It's more than babysit. The healer has to babysit you. And then you've got to mother ruck and babysit yourself. And, spoiler alert, I suck at babysitting myself. I want someone to babysit me. Whoop, poison.
Leon Cursed is now following.
I appreciate the follow. Thank you. It would have been nice if I had double, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. My brain's breaking. Double Zenith there, that'd have been nice, because that was the last pull, but it's fine. Whee! Oh, don't crack the eggs. I have to hold here, so I line up with Puzzle Box. Otherwise, I'd end up delaying my Puzzle Box for ages, and there's, like, no harm in, words. Words are very hard, actually. There's, like, no harm in delaying the Zenith, right? Because it stacks up to 30. I'd be very careful with that poison AoE. That's why I always, like, slightly move out. I don't know if one tick will kill you on a 19, but it hits like an absolute truck, and it, like, ticks very quickly. Yeah, so, like, I moved out just in time there, but if I was in there for, like, maybe, like, 0.2 or 3 more seconds, that would have ticked me for maybe half my health. Alright, let's focus this. Healer is dead. That's actually really bad. It was okay, though. Ooh. Is that a red cocoon? Whatever that was, that looked cool. Dodging circle on the floor. Challenge impossible. I can't see the circle on the... Lag. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Alright. Sure. I'll get next kick, I suppose. I'll get next kick. I should try to get the kicks outside of the AoE mechanic. Because if I get, I can't kick basically during that. It's like, this would be a good time for me to kick. Well, I can't, like, I can't kick that, for instance. The Shriek's gonna come out in a sec. Pretty scary. We'll pop Fort for this. Yeah, if I just, like, try steal the kicks, I think is what I'm gonna try doing. So that no one else can kick during it. Should have rolled. Should have rolled. I don't know why I didn't roll. I doubt we have CR because we CR'd the healer. That's really bad. Oh, so it wasn't worth karmaing. I should have just rolled. I don't know why I didn't roll. It's like the initial hit hits you for 50, and then it's like the mob in there, right? The tick then hits you again for about 50. Just so stupid. Slowing the brain. They'll be fine killing it, I think, but it's just gonna take so much longer. The healer cocooned himself in a simple mechanic, that's healer's fault. It's alright. I mean, that's earlier in the dungeon, right, anyway. I wish I had an AMS. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I wish I pressed my roll button. That would also be very smart. We're already 42 seconds behind on Emberwing. I imagine, I'm not even joking, we'll probably be 3 minutes behind on this boss, but then I still think it's fine. I think there's still a lot of time in this dungeon to play. Obviously my fault I died and was savable, but it does also suck that we don't have CRs for boss fights. That's also rough, right? Man looks for any way to not blame himself. Yeah, so like this boss will still die, but yeah, it's just gonna take a lot longer. Oh, I'm so stupid. Like I can't use Karma on this ability as well, or Fort Brew. Like because these screams come in and they hit like an absolute truck, I have to rotate the defenses for that. So basically to survive it, I basically just have to move out quick enough, which is easy to do on a Windwalker monk, I suppose. If you have a brain cell. Blue class still losing a DPS to floor POV class. Yeah, it is what it is. What about the red class? Hold up. This boss takes all a lot of time. It does take a lot of time when you have a player dead. Yeah. Usually this boss would have been done. That's why I think like genuinely this is going to be an extra like 3 minutes on the timer. But hey, exciting news. I have all my cooldowns ready to go for the next pull. It's very exciting. Am I like a genius? Savant? Is that the word? Pretty much 3 minutes, exactly as I said.
But she never wanted to be worshipped.
Are savants the ones that can like read minds? Where am I going? Where have I spawned? Where the fuck am I? Ooh, where am I? I don't think I've ever had to res there before. Bro, I just got lost. I just got so lost. Oh, that was so risky because of the circles on the floor, but I had to channel it. I'm not channeling it. Oh. You're like circles on the floor. I love them. Like, I'm trying to hold Karma here. Like, I probably could have got away with Karmaing at one point from the damage. But the next ad hits like a truck, and I'm just going to have no defense for when it explodes if I send Karma here. I love micromanaging my defenses. I think managing defensive should be fine. But, like, it's extremely tedious on Windwalker. As a DK, I can just... Oh, I'll just AMS it. Who cares? Whatever. I'll have it up for the next pack. 100% guaranteed.
My life. Savaged our home. One of Valeria's scouting maps is within. The ghosts of vengeance past. We'll need that map from them.
Oh, I didn't want to cancel Fists there, but if that spanned for too long, it's just not worth people dying to it. Okay, dude.
survive.
I'm just gonna wait for the res, I think. It's just laughable. It's like from my point of view, right? I'm thinking to myself, I cannot pop Fortifying Brew until we get to this pack over here. Otherwise, I just die to the exact same situation. So I'm holding my defensive. I basically just got double tapped. I had health pot, but I just didn't see myself die. If that makes sense. You know, like when you just get 1D'd so quickly. I actually don't think this is timeable.
I need a target.
Don't tell this group that. What crazy mother rucker keeps dragging this boss? Who keeps dragging this boss through the ads? We have some words. It might be timeable. We might get lost. We probably won't actually. Like, it requires a perfect final boss. And that boss ain't easy.
We've done it. One last task remains. I'll use these relics to return peace to the spire. Perhaps then, my sisters will return to me. There! The restless heart that haunts us. Let it to rest.
Okay. I think I might be dead. I think I might be dead. Oh. Cut my life into pew. Who the hell just went back up there? Who thinks we're tired? Who thinks we're killing this in 1 minute? I got some bad news. I got some very bad news for you. Narrator, it was not timeable. Well, it was at the time. I was so locked in as well, I wasn't even talking. That's when you know I'm locked in, when I'm not, like, rambling, actual stupid shit mid-pull. I, like, pushed my glasses further towards my eyes, sat up straight. I think they said that they basically didn't transcendence the mechanic, essentially. The issue is we lost so much time to deaths overall anyway. I mean, it's like usually in an M plus you always like look at like what stops you timing the key, but and then you forget to look at like what else happened in that dungeon that actually led up to this moment and also kind of fucked it up. Like, it's not just that the healer died in the last boss, right? This actual pug degenerate Windwalker also died in the boss. You know, dying throughout the dungeon run to swirlies and stuff like that. It all adds up, costs CRs. But generally what ends up happening is you get to the last boss, someone dies, this dungeon is your fault. But really it's not. Really it's not. I mean, it is their fault, but it's also everybody else's. I think the only person who did well was the tank. I'll give the tank that one. Good job. I'm proud of you. Hear me out, FNR and Holy Paladin, and we time this key. Holy Paladin, is that good? Is this cap? Oh, I died to a bolt. Oh, so that death wasn't even my fault. No one kicked. These mother ruckers, dude. I've just been given intel on the kick information. Look at this. This was the moment as I died, by the way. I got hit by a bolt before, like, the second to the last boss. Look who did kick, by the way. This one goated individual player sends out his kick. on cooldown to guarantee we can time these keys. These mother ruckers, dude. Look at them. I'll hold that one in the bank. That's crazy. Illegal tech on the screen. Ban them all. I don't recognize that name. Who's Windwalker POV? It's the character's name, buddy. Except without an E, because Windwalker POV is too long of a name to put into Blizzard's name. Why can you only have so many characters in a name, by the way? I mean, actually, no, that makes sense. Otherwise, you could just be called, like, G times 10,000. Never mind, ignore me. It's insane how quickly all this stuff came back, though. Yeah, I mean, exactly, right? It's not, like, perfect. By any means. Like, I've seen instances where the interrupt tracker will say ready, for instance, but people won't have the kick and stuff like that. Or, yeah, won't have their kicks. And things like cooldown trackers and stuff are still, like, very early days, right? They only show so many offensive cooldowns, and these can also be quite buggy as well. But it's the fact that, yeah, even with, like, Blizzard's limitation on stuff, it's still doable. Previously it was all done by WeCores, right? So it's just required people that actually make add-ons to want to do this with the limitations. And luckily, some people actually have gone ahead and done that. So, yeah, big shouts out to those people. Because, like, I personally don't think it's an unfair advantage to be able to see when people have, like, defensive cooldowns, right? If I'm playing healer, that seems like crucial information I should be aware of, right? You need to know if you, like, does my Demon Hunter have blur? Or am I going to actually have to focus heal him or hit him with, like, a cocoon? Does my Windwalker have Touch of Karma? If he does, I need to spot heal him, because that's actually garbage defensive, you know? Like, stuff like that just seems like it should be baseline. I think what's okay, I think, with things being removed, with things like, you know how, like, you can have, like, WeCores and stuff that when you were targeted by a spell, it would make a noise and, like, chirp up, and maybe that was a bit too much. But, like, just having basic information, like, when does someone have a cooldown, I don't think that's an unfair advantage. Fucking, I have this information, we still don't time the key, so how unfair can it be? Alright, apparently we're getting a Holy Paladin in. This group gets more cursed by the... Actually more cursed by the hour. What's the defensive cooldown add-on called? The one I use is called Blizzy Party Tools. I use it because it also has the interrupt tracker in it as well. So it has, like, the 2-in-1. As you can see, like, it looks like they are planning on doing things like PI coolers and stuff like that, but a bunch of stuff in here is, like, under development. So basically they're constantly working on it, right? Because I guess they have to get around all, like, the limitations and stuff like that. It's like, the one thing I would actually really like is being able to see things like Darkness or AMZ, right? Those are massive for, like, being able to, like, shot call when you want someone to use a defensive, like a global raid defensive. Those aren't implemented yet. Like, but those are actually really useful. Like, knowing when my Demon Hunter can actually Darkness, kind of helps. In PvP, it should be banned in hot popular opinion. I don't really play PvP. I don't know how unfair of an advantage it is in PvP. In my mind, almost like PvP and PvE in this game are completely separate, right? Like, it's like when I suggest all, like, these defensive changes and stuff for Windwalker, right? I see people in, like, talk about Windwalker in the PvP and say, like, that would just be busted or these changes would be overpowered and stuff. And, like, I understand that, but, like, PvP and PvE tuning are kind of separate as well. I feel like they're two very different things. But it's kind of rough when they tune PvE and PvP together, if that makes sense. So, like, right now, Windwalker, or it was really, really strong in PvP for Season 1. I don't know if it still is. It probably still is, right? So then it's like, it's hard to balance things, right? If I'm asking for like more defensive changes because we really need it in PvE, well, can you really give that to the already busted class in PvP? Probably not, right? So it's hard to balance, but that's not my job. It's my job to complain. Alright, we got this really go-to amazing comp right now with a Holy Paladin, and we're gonna do an 18. Yay. I'm so I'm so excited. Where am I from? I'm EU, UK. I am the US of A. They can tune PvP separately if they give us more stam and class tree and then reduce it in PvP. Yeah, I know they can do things like that. Like, they tune damage separately, but I don't know how much they tune talents and stuff separately. Like, I know that they'll do, like, oh, Rising Sun Kick will be tuned this much in PvE, and then it's not being changed in PvP, for instance. They do a lot of those tuning, but I'm not very in touch with, like, how Windwalker works in PvP, so I don't actually know how, if things have actually been impacted in the talent tree that are different for it. What do we need? We need a Lust. Oh, dear God, not a Shaman again. Not the blue class. Ooh. Windwalker, hold up. I like the green class. Yo, this guy's done 21s and 20s. Oh, okay, I imagine you're watching to some degree. I can't. We need a Lust, unfortunately. I would love to. I would love to get boosted, but you know how it be. Sad. Uh. Okay. Okay. I'll take the boosting. Rest of Shaman and DK. Yeah, it's just I'm playing with a pre-made at the moment. So I'm like everyone but the hunter is pre-made, right? So I'm not gonna kick my Holy Paladin guildie. For a Resto Shaman. In an ideal world, I would, right? But that's a little bit toxic. Um, yeah, I know, right? People actually want to play with me. I mean, right now so I have like this is made up of the people that I play with on my DK, but right now we're trying to gear this druid. So they're going to be our new tank, basically. I think they're geared, but we're trying to like he's learning the dungeons basically. So I get to come on my Windwalker and get carried, but also not get carried because we deplete keys. That's okay. Is it a carry? Wait, actually, I do the carrying. Yeah, I get to carry them through the keys. Change the narrative. Let's go. Show us how good Windwalker is. I'll try. I don't want to disappoint you. I'll do my best. I wish that details could still show casts. It'd be interesting to see how many times I actually cast Vivify for its only heal 85k. Because that doesn't feel like a lot. That feels like 3 casts max. Actually, that feels like 2 casts max. This was not the whole dungeon, actually. No, this is crazy. I'm crazy. Ignore me. I'm a crazy man. This is just the last boss. Increasing Vivify heals and removing it from the GCD would also be an option. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think we need to remove it from the GCD, right? With the instant cast, I think that's fine. But increase it healing, definitely. I think that's fine. Because Shadowpan really benefited from the talent that got removed.
5,
It had a talent that actually boosted Vivify's healing as well, which made a big impact. But they removed that. They removed that so that we could have the cooldown of roll decreased by 10 seconds.
5,
Which is okay,
Cry
but
and
I would
Potato
prefer a
is
little
now
bit more
following.
self-healing, not gonna lie.
My sisters were the last to visit these halls, but they threw their home and their bond away. If we can calm the spirits here, the Ranger General was sharp and steadfast, while the Peacekeeper kept the calm.
I am out of
Which
wind.
path will you choose?
This tank is actually gonna break my brain, I think. Pulls the mobs, but then pulls the focus mob not into the pack, so I lose all my damage. I don't want to flame him, but I will. He's learning, he's learning. Let it go, let it go. But also, my damage. My DPS. I imagine we're not paralysis skipping. In fact, I'm like 9,000% sure we're not. Oh, okay, you want to do it now? Okay. I don't have a ring. Ah. I don't have a ring. I used it on the trash pack.
Teresa was the peacekeeper of our
I mean,
She spent many days
sure,
working
why
in
not?
the gardens here, but the wilderness has overtaken it now.
This is so scuffed. I'm gonna pretend like that's not gonna come and attack us. I mean, all I'm saying is it didn't aggro on me.
Stevie Temper is now following.
I appreciate the follow, thank you. I mean, I don't see any ads running down the highway, so I'm gonna assume that no one pulled, which means I'm goated and really good at paralysis. Yeah, I didn't want to double Zenith there. I basically need to hold... I wanted to hold it for these packs out here. They're a little bit tougher. And then we're gonna have to delay the second one for Puzzle Box as well.
Brought Verisa joy beyond measure.
Why are my interrupts not tracking my Demon Hunter's interrupts? It can be one of two reasons. One, the track is busted. Two, he removed his interrupt. Now, most people think that it's busted, but I honestly wouldn't put it past him to have removed it. Can Demon Hunters do that? Does anyone play Demon Hunter? Is there interrupt a talent? Because I would not even be surprised. That's a really good Ring of Peace. Oh my god. That was really good. This is the gameplay that people follow for.
Well now.
This is why I renamed, so I can't get flamed.
In my heart. She won't let you close without a fight.
I did karma that. It kind of felt bad, but I wasn't half health at the time. I'm gonna try and get away with not using Fort Brutal for this one. Yeah, I think it's fine then, so I don't have to Fort Brew. The damage difference on this boss compared to like a 19 is actually ludicrous. I've also been blessed. I've got like one circle so far. I think if I get the next one, I won't karma it. I think I will just try to Soothing Mist it. Yeah, okay. So I'd rather have karma for this. I think maybe delay it as well. Try lose some health so that then if I karma... Oh god. If I karma, there's space to actually heal me. Yeah, so I'll karma now so then I can get a little bit more healing. Probably not even necessary to calm us all there, to be honest. Healer kind of had me covered. Is Holy Paladin overpowered? Mistweaver Monk in shambles?
She reminds me of Arisa. My sister was also ferocity itself if her family was threatened. Come, let's find the next relic.
Remember when Vivify crit for millions? I do. Its crit was so overpowered. I'm not even joking. You could practically heal yourself. You could practically heal yourself for
Didn't ask to be
like almost half your health bar with a crit.
everything to the task.
This is awkward.
Her life.
I'll take aggro. I don't care. He's got to pull these. I think that's okay.
She trained with a bow gifted by our mother. Undead fanatics have invaded to loot it and anything else that belonged to her.
I need to get closer.
Oh, we don't even have lust for this. I feel like the epitome of Windwalker right now is just glass cannon. Just like, I spend a lot of time looking at the DPS meters, right? Because I'm a DPS whore. And like, generally speaking, like, you're always competitive on damage for like every pull. That's why I think the spec is like just so good in general in M+. Like, there's no real pull where it feels like I'm doing no damage. Because you pretty much have Zenith, right, for every pull. So it does a lot of damage. It's good on bosses, but it's just a, like glass cannon. It's made of glass. And so like the biggest downside is that you can't really effectively play a glass cannon in M+ when there's so much like damage, if that makes sense. Like, because obviously there's avoidable damage, right? Which you know, even if you take avoidable damage out of the equation, like targeted damage, rot damage, like I'd rather take a spec that doesn't do as much, but can actually limit and survive everything. I don't know why I tagged that.
It is not ready yet.
Alright, we're going to learn from our mistakes on this boss from last time. We're actually going to use our roll button. Thank you. I appreciate the interrupt there, homies. I'm looking at you, TV. Yeah, we're just gonna make sure that we roll.
Our mother's bow
Roll is overpowered.
Sylvanas once. I'll need it.
I did not roll. That's okay. Alright, so now the big damage is about to come out. So this one will fall through. And then I have cooldowns back up again, but I'm just going to wait for this explosion real quick. And now we'll send. Oh, that was sketchy because I rolled over a puddle that was already there. But I had to get out of there. So we'll karma this one. And then it's that question of, do I send cooldowns again here? Because I know the next pack coming up is a big one. And if I do that, I'm only going to have one cooldown for it. Good rule. Very good rule. I think I hold here. Oh my god. Yeah. Although I'll overcap a little bit, I have massive Tiger Eye Brew for the next one, basically. Massive Tiger Eye Brew. I'll have Puzzle Box. It'll just make the pack go a lot more quick. Yes, English is my first language.
We have one more relic to find.
This is too powerful. I cannot use that ability. I need to get closer.
These archers are so frustrating if you don't have a Death Knight. Alright lads, let's try and get these kicks this time. That would be appreciated.
Alaria hunted the old horde with a ferocity bordering on absurd. For good reason. They took my savaged our home.
Okay.
One of Alaria's scouting maps is within. Seems to have called on the ghosts of vengeance. We need that map.
Oh my god, my healer was typing. I'm gonna crash out. Challenge, do anything you possibly can to not timer when we're in Aspire. We're doing well. I mean, if this was the actual challenge, we are succeeding. Jesus Christ. he casts again, I'm actually screwed if he casts again. Not as screwed as I thought. Cheeky little diffuse magic. Diffuse magic? Am I cooked? Cheeky little soothing mist. Definitely all me, not the healer. Haha. The axe throws are just going so hard. Oh no. I feel like we're in the exact same position time-wise as we were last dungeon. So the boss got pulled. Why is my tank just stood out here? How did that even pull? I don't think we were that close. Tratnos route. The issue is he's pulled an axe thrower, right? But we don't have anyone that can get the axe thrower in. See, this is like the meso route that you do with a meta comp. How are we getting this guy in? Like, there we go, a little ring of peace. Oh my god, this is so messy. Actual cursed dungeon. I'll just have to take that then. When I guess I could have paralysis. So cursed. Is a DK mandatory to do M+? It genuinely feels like it at times. So the issue there is, like, you have these axe throwers, right? And usually what you do is you have a DK in your group, you just grip someone on top, and you kill everything really efficiently and really quickly. Makes sense, DK OP. Without a DK, you're like doing these ridiculous, like, ring of pieces. And then it just starts casting you. It's basically just a mess. I'm going to save everything for the ad phase again, because it feels very scuffed. See, that was a bit better. I like that one. I mean, time-wise, we're literally exactly where we were last dungeon, but the big difference is that we have lost. That's a little bit crazy. I don't think we should have CR'd there. I'll tell you why. The issue of CRing there is that this boss is dead, right? It has no more scary mechanics. But the next boss does. If anyone dies on the next boss, then we can't kill it. So I don't think we should have CR'd there. It's done now, doesn't matter. Just, you know, do the perfect boss. You know, that is the solution to the problem.
One last task remains.
Do we ever press stomps on single target if we're pressing it back to back or just refreshing buff? Yeah, you always press stomp in single target.
These relics to return
But you use it as like a filler. Like, the stomp's damage is about equivalent to a Fist of Fury, more or less. So, that's a good way to think of it, right? And you'd press Fist of Fury, except you have to channel that button. So, like, I'm using it as a filler in this situation. That felt like really awkward. So there was like a long period there where I wasn't really doing any damage. But there was like, it didn't feel like there was a better time. I didn't feel like there was a better time to send out puzzle box, because this boss does a lot of dashing, right? Of course you hit the Windwalker. You mother rucker. Yeah, it takes my fort brute. Oh, I don't want to steal his one. That's actually an awful transcendence. I don't know why I did that. This might hurt a bit. Yeah, it's fine. The actual circles on the floor don't hurt that much, surprisingly. They look like they'd hurt. They don't. I mean, they do, but they don't. Please don't hit me. Oh, thank God. Oh, you're gonna jump, aren't you? This boss is dead. I'm just gonna puzzle box now. Why? Shh. Deserved. Honestly, deserved. Pain and suffering.
spirits that linger within these halls have found peace. I hope
The sack nearly took the pally out, did it?
we'll be able to
Oh, they put sack on me, but then I was taking so much damage they almost killed themselves.
fill these halls with music until they return home. Thank you, champions.
My tank instantly logged off. No hesitation. Gone. It's kind of based. I really hate long channel trinkets, especially on melees. Um, oh, my weapon broke as well. I wonder when that happened. Probably just at the end there when I died. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. I would have done like no damage. It's not too bad, right? Because Puzzle Box scales with haste, like it's channel time as well. So really, so realistically, it's not. It's like a 1.5 second channel every 2 minutes. It's not like the end of the world. Um, it can be awkward though, because the issue is you can't move whilst you're doing it. So there are some sketchy moments, right? Like when I wanted to puzzle box as the archers were casting their circles, right? It's the chicken game of can I cast it before this circle lands on top of my head? But you have to cast at the start of your damage, like otherwise you just kind of screwed yourself entirely. Usually it's not an issue though. Usually puzzle box is always fine to cast whenever. Sup gamer? Sup my dude? I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm pugging or not. Hold on. Alright, I'll be 2 secs. I'm just gonna grab a glass of water real quickly whilst I work out if the tank's coming back or if I'm gonna continue this as a pug. Let me just repair as well. I will just forget. Alright, 2 secs. Hello, I am back. Okay, I think I'm just pugging now. Which is fine. Alright, I'm gonna play with the Demon Hunter. What do we actually get? We got Seat. I like Seat. Seat's a fun dungeon. I spent a lot of time here. 19 Seat. It doesn't actually require that. It doesn't really require too many grips either. So you're not going to suffer too much from not having a DK. I guess I'll fill the role of the... Actually, do I want an Augmentation Evoker? Kind of, right? Oh, they have done all of their 19s. That might just be an insta-buy. Insta-buy? Yeah, that's an insta-buy. Insta-buy Mistweaver. Lock it in. Lock that one in. Oh, they've done a bunch of 19s as well. Insta-lock in the tank as well? Is this complacency? Alright, lock in the tank as well. And then, just deciding what I want for this last pick. It obviously has to be a lust. Oh, there's too many people signing up. Overstimulates my brain. I think it might have to be an Windwalker. I just think they bring too much utility to the group. Like, I don't mind Shaman as the lust, as like the lust if you're going DPS, but I find Shaman DPS to be just kind of poor, generally. Why did my group just instantly close? Like, I'd rather have someone amplifying my damage, right? Does that make sense? As well as that, a Voker, like, increases my survivability a bit, and I will not complain about that. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go for an Org and pray that they're somewhat decent. There's actually quite a lot of terrifying things on Sea of Triumvirate. That third boss gives me actual nightmares. I don't know how we're going to survive that one. How am I going to survive that one? I'll worry about it when I get there. High damage, 0 errors, cap. This season's set is so gorgeous and you're using this disgusting fake tier 2? What the hell? I like this set. You can't say that this one doesn't go hard. I use this tier set on my Mistweaver. Like, I think this is probably one of the best monk sets they ever made. Like, it's got monk hat, right? Which is pretty standard. But they didn't go for the bobbles or anything. They went for, like, a nice crackling Jade Lightning aesthetic. You don't have the feet out. You got pointy shoes. There's nothing wrong with this. This is one of the best ones. I'll fight anyone who argues on that one. About 500 DKs have signed up to my group. See, this is when you know, like, DK players, right? They've had a look at their group. They've seen the group comp, and they're like, huh. They need a lust. I'm gonna sign up anyway. I know this because I'm a DK player myself. No brain cells, just damage. I really like the one from Dragonflight Season 2. They've actually done, I think they've done some really good ones recently. Like, there was a period where monk transmogs were actually horrible. I don't know if I have a majority of them. I mean, I should do somewhere. It's hard to find them. I don't think I have full sets. Dragonflight Season 2, yeah, this one with the dragon head, that was really cool. Season 3 was okay. I think I liked everything about it except for the weird jaw. Like, they gave us a spiky jaw for some reason. That was a bit weird. This one's good as well. But the dragon head is kind of iconic. Oh, that was The War Within. What am I thinking of? Dragonflight Season 2. I know Season 1 was the... Dragonflight Season 1 was the rock armor, wasn't it? So I used to use that. I didn't think that one was too bad. But I think it suited certain races more than others. Some races look ridiculous in that. Oh, why is no one signing up for my key that I want to join? There's no way. I mean, this may just got 19s, but it's kind of ridiculous to take 2 squishy classes. I think the healer will just suffer. Interesting. Don't say yeah like you know. Isn't Hunter pretty tanky? A regular Mazorthos video showing they were one of the tankiest. Hunters are okay, but I don't actually like their damage that much. Is the issue. Like, they got hit pretty hard from the nerfs after Void Spire. Like, because they were so overpowered in Void Spire, I feel like they got hit relatively hard. I mean, they are called Sylvanas. Can I not? Like, I feel like you have to take someone called Sylvanas, right? Is this complacency? It's complacency again. Shaman could be okay. Oh my god. Rocket, I'll take the Hunter. I'm complacent, I don't care. What's the best Windwalker comp on paper? Like, that does sound good, the Bear, Resto, Shaman, DK Arms, Windwalker, but, like, I'm pretty sure the top Windwalker in the world literally plays with the meta comp, but he takes the place of the, Death Knight. Now, I don't know if on paper that's the perfect comp for Windwalker, but it's clearly the comp that's been able to push the highest with a Windwalker. I don't know if those two things are exclusively, like, relevant. It might just be that those specs are so good that it makes sense to play them even with a Windwalker that doesn't really benefit from, like, a bunch of their stuff. But that's, like, what the highest, like, comp with a Windwalker is. But probably if we're talking about, like, what would give the Windwalker the most damage, it would be, like, along the lines of, yeah, Druid tank, Resto Shaman, Warrior, Windwalker, and then something else. Instead of the DK, that's crazy. Yeah, I know. I personally would have thought that it would have replaced the Demon Hunter, but Demon Hunters are actually really, really strong at high key levels. Like, their damage is actually ludicrous. And they've got really good survivability. What am I looking at? Oh, I'm terrified of this first pull. There's so much damage. Not playing touch to 45-second heal? No, I'm not. I didn't like it that much. I get why it's run, but I just wasn't a fan.
5, 4,
That doesn't mean it's bad.
2,
Probably is better.
1.
That does not get me out of the chains. I think I've been lied to. Jesus Christ, okay.
Survive.
Unless it was like a double chains. Why am I crazy? Why does Tiger's Lust not remove the chains either, though? I'm losing my mind. Am I crazy? I mean, I know I'm crazy, but... I cleansed one instantly and then the other... Right, okay. That's fun. Yeah, I know you get, like, back-to-back. I just didn't realize they came in that quickly. Oh, okay. It could be worse. It could be that. What the bear doing? I think my spec's broken. I'm not even joking. Yeah, okay, I get you. It's gonna sound like a crazy question. No flame. Can leg sweep get parried? That was a... Yep, I'm really good at dashing. I don't feel like I'm locked in enough for this dungeon. I'm gonna be dead real.
Mad Monka is now following.
And we can double paralysis this, right? And they are nicely stacked up. Why did I invite the hunter? I do this to myself. I literally said, wait for an Windwalker, they're gonna do damage, everything will be good. Hunters don't deal damage. I said this out loud. What do I do? Oh my god.
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
Oh, I should have ringed. I thought that ring was on it. Get this guy out of my group. He's flaming me. He called me a boosted ape. Then he blocked me. He called me a boosted ape, then blocked me. Oh my god. I'm never gonna financially recover from this one. Oh, I can't. I'm getting flamed by someone that ran into a pack and got one shot. Okay. Okay. That looks like my C18s. To be fair, Orgvokers are often bad and get away with it. True. Real. Oh. Oh man, tanks are such unhinged people. Leg sweep parry? Yeah, I know. I was kind of cooked there. I'm so sure that I pressed leg sweep though, and it did the animation, but it was still on cooldown. This is why I had to ask the question. I mean, I definitely could have put a Ring of Peace down there faster. I was kind of banking on that Ring of Peace, because there was one already down, right? And then the boss was at the edge, and it was one of those situations where it's like, there's a ring on it. Is the boss actually in this? I probably should have put the ring down, right? Double ringed it. Well, that's alright, let's do it on an 18. Yahoo! Hmm. Gonna play Fellowship or no interest? I played Fellowship Season 1 and I played Fellowship Season 2, but I don't know, it's not one of those games that, like, I already pug Mythic Plus half my life, right? Like, half my gameplay is pugging Mythic Plus. I like playing Fellowship with people. I think that's when I enjoyed it the most. But when they don't play, I didn't really have much interest in, like, because then I'm literally grinding Mythic Plus and then Mythic Plus V2 in Fellowship. Like, overall, I think it's a good game. I kind of like it. I think it's a good game. I don't know if it'll last long, though. I think it's going to struggle, because it's basically just Mythic Plus, right? So it relies on, to an extent, it relies on like, how does it work? 'Cause most of its player base have to be WoW players, right? And like WoW players are going to play Mythic Plus, and like when Mythic Plus comes out, a new season comes out, everyone's playing WoW, right? And M Plus WoW. And then like when they finish that, they're going to then play Fellowship. I'm just concerned that like it will struggle with longevity. It's a good game though. I really like it, but I don't really want to play it solo. I didn't really enjoy playing it on my own. Steam says it has 80 players right now. It can't live long like that. Yeah, I mean, like that's the issue, right? Like it's a good game, but it is literally just Mythic Plus, right? I think that's where it will struggle. Like it's super reliant on its seasons. And then like once people are finally like pretty much maxed or whatever, then there's no reason to play it anymore. I'm scared of tanks now. I'm just gonna get flamed. I'm gonna get called boosted again. Okay, this time I'm actually gonna wait for an Windwalker. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Hunter's like bad, but this hasn't made me have a lot of faith in it. Like, no flame. It sounds a little bit toxic, but like, you gotta understand when you do M plus, your perception is completely based on what you actually do dungeons with, and this is not sold me on Hunter. Unless... Okay, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. I can't just judge an entire spec off of one player. Get him in, get him in, get him in. I know I literally just did like a 30-second rant, kind of, on how I don't want to invite a Hunter again. However, I believe in ban job. Priest makes the first boss free. I mean, there's lots of ways you can just make this first boss free. I think the ultimate strategy, that you do at higher keys, like we did it once, is you actually have the Mistweaver monk take disable. I suppose technically you could have Windwalker do this as well. But like one of the two, like in the meta comp, it would be Mistweaver, right? They take disable, they disable the ads, and then they spam spinning crane kick, which reapplies the disable. And that way, the healer can constantly heal everyone up with AoE. Everything's disabled. And that's like the optimal way to like do it. For that comp. I mean, realistically, it's kind of just a Kaising boss, right? It's not that bad. But yeah, that's a fun way to do it. Proper movement of ring should be enough in most cases. Yeah, exactly. I think it's more so for when like the boss's health is like absolutely insane, right? When you're doing like the 22s or whatever, and like this boss is gonna last like at least like 4 minutes or whatever, and then you end up getting like 5 or 6 sets of blobs. then you gain an insane amount of value from the disable tech. Because it's disable on top of D&D, so both of them are massive slows, and that way your healer can actually heal everybody. Because Mistweaver's healing's at its strongest in AoE situations, so that's why that's so powerful. Because then they basically cleave, like they're the only person hitting the ads, and they just hit it with spinning crane kick. We don't have to do this in an A scene. It's completely unnecessary. Alright, Windwalker survive first pull challenge. I think I can do it. I think it's got to be Fortify, Roll, Tiger's Lust, Pray. Kind of makes sense. Bro, I'm still seething. That tank called me a boosted ape. I mean, I'm seething because it's true. I am a boosted ape.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It hurts the most because it's real.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, looks like we're playing safer, which is fine.
I need to get
Oh, I got another chains off. Yeah, I didn't really want to use anything for that. I mean, no one's died yet. I like this. Uh-oh.
I need to get closer.
Oh, okay, they're freezing trap that. Okay, that's fine. We've actually got a lot of, okay. How did that break out of paralysis, by the way? How did that break out of paralysis? Ow. Well, this actually sounds crazy, but it kind of works out a little bit. So if he refreezing traps that, we paralysis. We don't have to deal with these at all. Okay, I know how it broke out paralysis. There's a fucking doggy on it. Okay, sure. I'm starting to understand. Okay. How did that break out paralysis? I wonder. Meanwhile, Beastmaster go brr. we guys, we can just triple CC the odds, please. I look around, there's a app mauling it. Alright, I'm gonna paralysis this. Everybody stay calm. It appears that we both CC'd it. Whatever, this boss is free. What score am I at now? 3636 from, it looks like, from the bottom right of the screen. I don't know if that's updated since the Winter and Aspire. It might have. Is that rotation add-on at the bottom? Yeah, it's part of an add-on called Wild U Tools. I use the GCD tracker there. It just tracks the buttons that I press. There's a bunch of add-ons that do that. My tag's in danger. Oh. Okay, no one look. Sometimes in life, you ring a piece the sky. And that's okay. Healer's dead. Oh, I'm fucking panicking. My health's not dropping. Is Windwalker Monk busted? Do I have busted survivability? I'm not taking any damage. Busted spec? Impossible to kill? Health bar doesn't go down? Oh, wait, no. I've been hit by a bleed, and I have to get cocooned. Oh. I mean, I imagine he wants to pull that. Oh, I don't want to cancel fists. Cancel fists or let a teammate get one shot? I mean, to be honest, it probably wouldn't one shot them, but if it did, I'd feel bad. Also, I swear to God, these mobs wait for you to cast Fist of Fury. Like, no joke. The moment you cast Fist of Fury, they start channeling. I think it's coded into them. Baseline. I actually think if the Windwalker doesn't press Fist of Fury, mobs don't cast. I might test that out. Like, the actual tick second after I cast Fist of Fury, these motherfuckers. My rings have been so bad today. Oh my god. It's actually horrendous. This is what happens when you play for like 3 hours straight. Why can I not mount up? I love my Fist of Fury bug as well. I mean, I think that bug's been in the game for years, but it's like when you Fist of Fury and then you finish combat, like you can't mount up for a little while. That's a really fun one. Oh. This talent's actually really useful in this dungeon. Use Swift Art. I mean, I don't think I pulled that, right? It looked like I did, but they didn't go orange, which makes me think this was intended. I don't know how true that is. But I'm like 90% sure he actually meant to pull this. If we say he meant to pull this, then I feel better about it. You remember it being BFA? Yeah, okay, so it's been quite a long time. Sounds like one of those things that's never going to get fixed. It's usually not an issue. The only time it actually bothers me the most is when you're in open world content. So like when I was questing, that's when you really feel it. Oh, don't let it cast tier again. Tear. It's probably tear. Tear makes a lot more sense. Oh, I don't want a Karma. Oh, okay. I mean, the pulls are interesting. I'll give it that. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever pulled this into the boss, but that's okay. This tank is built different. I don't know if he's built well, but he's built different. Oh my god. Haha, this is so scuffed. I'm just going to focus on killing the ads. Okay, I think we're chill. My Demon Hunter will get all the kicks on the caster, I know this. Honestly, this tank has some aura. I don't think I've ever seen that pull like that. Honestly, that hurt a lot. The boss just parry me. I didn't think dungeon bosses could parry. I thought that was just a raid boss thing. Also, I did a raid last night on Monk, and or the night before. I swear they've increased parry rate. Now, this sounds like tinfoil hat a little bit, but... like, I felt like I'd never been parried as much as I did as in the run the other night. Every boss just seemed to parry every Tiger Palm I did. Okay, it's a little bit over-exaggerated, but a lot of my Tiger Palms got parried. Oh my rod. Why am I dying? Why can't I mount up?
Good to see you again, Grandmaster.
I wonder how we're doing this. Okay. Not bad job.
Lumianax is now following.
I didn't really want to fortifying brew that. God, that dot ticks. Alright, where's your next tank? He's taking us on such an interesting route. Oh. I should have jumped before that leg sweep. I would have hit it. I usually do jump leg sweep now. I just forgot. So I had to kind of waste a GCD on ring. So I like... from the dungeons I've done today, right? I've done a few 18s. I've attempted a few 19s. I think, like, 18s damage-wise actually seems manageable for Windwalker. Like, 18 seems fine. But I swear, like, it's only one keystone higher. But the moment you get into a 19... oh my god. Damage just... I don't know why it feels like it ramps so much. And in a 20, good luck. Good luck. Oh, this is so awkward. Oh, please don't pull the casters into the casters. This is like the worst casting pack in the dungeon. Okay. Good luck. Pop all defensives and pray. Healer is dead. I don't think that would have been too bad. It was just awkward, because we had to use our kicks on the way there. It was probably manageable, honestly. Ooh, the triple shadow. With no cooldowns. Daring today, aren't we? Haha, my health bar doesn't look good. Haha, where are we going? I'm actually gonna pop thingy here. And by thingy I meant puzzle box and cooldowns, because this pack, like, that drain just really hurts. Don't get me wrong, the boss needs it, puzzle box as well, but this pack is just nasty.
I shall bring you to your twilight.
I can't really defensive this, I have to trust the healer. And I think I just need to go ham on these tentacles. Oh, these packs are atrocious. Like, it's kind of cringe. But I think the tentacle face is just so rough. I will thought through this. It just means I'm going to have nothing for the next one. Oh boy, I take so much damage even through my biggest defensive. Like, in an ideal world, we get a triple stack tentacle. That will make my life a lot easier. What are these? You call this a triple stack? I call this bullshit. Oh, let me back, please. Oh yeah, I flying serpent kick. Ignore me, I'm stupid. I forget sometimes. I even put a Transcendence down, I was just out of range of it. This kind of hurts, no? Yeah, I was a little bit too far from the Transcendence to put back to it. And I forgot I had the funny dash button. Oh god, no, the healer's dead. Tell me we have CR. I know we used CR on the previous pack. Okay, we do. It's a triple stack. Oh! That is not real. No. I specifically made... Oh, I specifically made sure it wasn't in line with them. Why? Oh, I'm back. Yep, I got hit. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I did get hit. Your survival wasn't necessary. Maybe it wasn't... It's got to have been a separate orb, right? I was like, I'm pretty confident. I was full on, ow, staring at because I knew there were two spawns right next to the tentacles, right? I'm not blind, trust me. However, I still got hit. Oh, I just killed the boss. Just kill the boss. Get me out. It wasn't those. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. I was probably a tunnel vision those ones too much. Why is the tank saying sorry? You know what? Yes, it's the tank's fault. I agree. Hit him with a no problem. Suddenly, all responsibility is no longer mine. I wonder what we're doing. I wonder. I feel like he's not going to take it to the corner, but I think that's fine as well.
Such musings can wait, though. This entity must die.
I think it's probably just going to be 3-2. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. And then we basically we're just going to save everything for the damage phase. Do I karma this? Kind of. Did we hit 3? Yeah, okay, that's good. Already successful. So where are the final 3? Oh my god, I forgot about this mechanic. I can't get it, right? Because I already got it once. Okay, I lied. Well, I just made that up for attention. I'm just going to heal myself because this... Yep. And I'm out of energy because I healed myself. I love this game. I love this spec.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not saying that was perfect timing. Ow. Well, we're definitely gonna get another damage amp phase, so there's no real point me sending Zenith until then. Where are they? Where are they? I'm guaranteed to get one. We are not gonna hit them all. What is going on? Okay, I'm sending cooldowns now. This is cursed. What? There was some decisions made there. There were definitely some decisions made there. Guys, please. Go on, band job. I believe in you. My man. I honestly think I just send here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I mean, that went well, I guess. Ish.
The void is a force of change, of transformation. Shadows are fluid, ever shifting.
I feel the fallen
I caught. I'm not sure if you caught onto this, but I've noticed some Windwalkers taking the tier hands. Is it for damage or verse for survival? It'll be verse for survival.
Destiny, Illyria. There will be choices to make.
Like the tier hands.
Consequences to face.
All they do like they do the exact same thing, right? Like, and you want all the other tier sets, right? Because their stats are really good. They're all crit haste and crit mastery. So the only reason they'd be taking the tier hands is if they want some versatility, right? And the only reason you're taking versatility is if you want a bit more survivability. So that's the only reason I could imagine they're taking the tier hands. Morning? Morning. I put my toes in there and it didn't work out. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. 21 feels impossible without a good healer, steamer healer, but all steamer healers are doing 22. Skyreach in particular is a nightmare. Yeah, I tried healing Skyreach yesterday actually, and it was okay. I struggled a bit. I think it completely depends on what specs are in the group. Like, any healer that, like, has to play with a Windwalker, I feel for them, you know? I genuinely do feel for them. They, like, especially if they don't often play with Windwalkers, they don't know, you know? The Mistweavers that play must, like, join the group and be, like, used to playing with the DKs and the Demon Hunters that take no damage. Suddenly they get this motherfucker in his green hat and his 2 defensives. And they're like, oh shit, they're pressing buttons they probably never pressed before, you know? They probably never sent so many cocoons. Cocoons? Cocoons. They never sent so many cocoons in a dungeon before. Actually, it must be panic stations. What the fuck? Okay, I'm not saying that I'm very new to Mistweaver, but should Shaylon's gift not be down here? I'm not saying their healing's wrong. They healed well. We survived. We timed the dungeon. Shouldn't Shaylon's be down here? Aren't you meant to get carried by way of the crane? Is this a different build? Is this like the raid build? This looks like the raid build, right? Probably playing Apex? Oh. See, I've only played Mistweaver for 5 days. And I've already mastered the skill of not taking the Apex talent. I still need to play it in Raid. In M+, it feels really fun, though. Alright, we're going to Windrun Aspire again, because I love this place, and I only get 2 dungeons. Whenever I stream dungeons, I only get 2. This happened yesterday as well, wherein I only got Skyreach and Caverns back to back to back to back. Yeah, it's fun. On the plus side, we've almost got all our 18s. This is kind of nice. I mean, I'm making progress on the Windwalker. The thing is, I don't actually play it that often. Like, looking back at, like, the previous weeks, I think I played 1 day of Mythic plus a Windwalker every week for the past few weeks. That's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. Like, I think if I really want to try push this, it's possible. But my god, there's something about, like, being so squishy that doesn't feel fun. Does that kind of make sense? Like the rotation's so enjoyable to do, and you do a whole bunch of damage, but I'm just sat there thinking half the time, am I just going to die mid-rotation because, like, there's some pulse damage that is just too much for my puny Windwalker leather hat to protect me from. Like, is a lightning strike going to hit me? 1 cast going off from a mob. Dead. So that's like the one rough side of Windwalker right now. Don't worry, they're going to fix it. They're going to fix it. Are we returning to Mist POV? Not today, but I have, I streamed Mistweaver yesterday. I played, it's funny, because I've already timed a 19 on my Mistweaver. Because I have 2 monks, right? And I needed to gear the second one up, so that it had, gear for next tier splits, so I just decided, I'll play Mistweaver. And so that character now has all like best in slot Mistweaver gear. And it's all set up for healing. And I've actually had a blast playing it in keys. So I'll definitely do more Mistweaver streams as well. So I think it's worth learning to heal as well, because in splits we need healers, right? Like not like sometimes there's certain bosses where you need people that can actually just heal to make the fight easier on like splits to get things done quick. And that's always one thing that I don't have. Like I play a monk when I should be able to tank and heal and DPS in all situations, right? Realistically, like the guild I play with. So it feels kind of like bad that I don't heal. So I thought why not? And it's fun. I like spinning. Although I've heard in Raid you don't spin, so cool, I guess. I managed to time 120 key with DK, Demon Hunter, and Resto Shaman. Don't believe 21 is possible for me though. Yeah, I think it requires like I think it actually probably requires to some degree comms. Like I'm not saying it's not possible. I know some players have timed 22s probably without comms as Windwalker, but like I feel like that'll make it a lot easier just playing with people that you know as well or play with. It's like going into a pug, I guarantee half the pug players, especially the healers, don't have experience healing a Windwalker. And they join and they're in for the absolute biggest shock of their life. They're like, what the fuck is this? And like if your healer gets screwed up because they're suddenly having to like panic heal you, then the flow just kind of falls off, right? Ooh, what's this? That's not 19s. What are our thoughts on Vengeance Demon Hunter? He's done some 19s. Is Vengeance good now? He's done 19s. Then, like, fuck it, give him a chance. Get in here. Lock in. I don't think I've had a Vengeance Demon Hunter tank this entire tier. But this guy, he's gonna do it. Yeah, I don't like Raid Mistweaver as much. I've been told that it's essentially a Vivify bot, right? Renewing Mist Vivify. Which doesn't sound as appealing to me, but I'll still give it a go. I always preferred Fistweaver though, even when like I played it a bit in Undermine. Like the Fistweaver playstyle is just so much more enjoyable. Okay, so this comp's already absolutely horrendous. How can we mess it up even more? We need a Lust. I refuse. I didn't. I've said it like twice now, but I don't think I can take a Hunter. But this time for real. Oh, I feel like this group's going to be so squishy. Oh my god. Oh, it's going to be so squishy. Fuck it, lock in, get him in. I'm going to need a healer that absolutely knows how to party. I need a healer that understands that we're in a very rough situation in this group. But if I time this dungeon with this, that's kind of cool. Ignore the DK, that's cheating. But this is like a healer's nightmare, right? Healer walks into key, sees mage and Windwalker, instantly leaves. I need to hide all of these horrendous cooldowns for mage. Oh, I do not care when you have ice cold up, I'll be honest. What the fuck is this? Invisibility, I don't care. It can work, depends on the player. Yeah, I think it's got to be a Mistweaver. Or a Resto. Ah, fuck it, actually, I'll take anything. First healer to sign up gets invited. Actually, I take that back. Do you notice how no healers are signing up because they're looking at this comp and they're going, what the fuck is this? Am I going for 4K as Windwalker? I mean, ideally, 4K is what? 4K is... I have 3.9 on my DK, so like 4K is what? 22s? All 21s, probably? All 21s makes more sense. I mean, I'll give it a go. It's not, like, impossible. Do I do it? is this even viable? Okay, I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking to yourselves, he's trolling. You'd be correct, a little bit. But if you also look at this comp, these were the meta. This was meta last expansion, right? You played Priest and you played Demon Hunter. So they synergize well. This is gonna be so cursed. Honestly, if we survive the first pull, I think the dungeon's timeable. I think it's a big if, though. This mother rucker better give me PI. This pain suppression better be on, like, 0 stacks 24/7. What do I mean? It should be. It's gonna be. I don't know how much healing Demon Hunter tank requires, but hopefully it's nothing, because there's going to be a lot of healing needed elsewhere. Oh, okay. Lock in, 3-minute key.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Do tanks not meta before keys anymore?
5,
Does that not work?
3, 2, 1.
My sisters were the last to visit these halls, but they threw their home and their bond away. If we can calm the spirits here, maybe they'll return. The Ranger General was sharp and steadfast, while the Peacekeeper kept the calm. Which path will you choose?
My healer's already dead. What do you mean?
Your
What?
survival
You're not meant to die
wasn't
first. You're the...
necessary.
I did this to myself, honest to God. Oh, I do this to myself. No stun in open. What does that even mean? We interrupted. They died to the fucking torment. You mother rucker. Rip. I mean, I knew it was a cooked group, but I
Philip
thought maybe
Gander is
I
now
had
following.
hope. You know, sometimes you gotta like just test these things to remind yourselves why there are meta comps. You know, you gotta. Otherwise, you don't fully realize why you have to play meta comps. He's. Oh, funny. I did kind of do that though, because that was going to be the last key I did anyway. I just wanted a bit of fun. I did kind of hope it would go on a little bit longer than that, but unfortunately, yeah, it was a 1 minute key, which is kind of sad. But honestly, we've done all right today. We did the 18 Skyreach, we did the 18 Spire, and we did the 18 Sea. So it's not like things have gone too badly. We have like made progress. 3 keys. I'll try to do some more Windwalker stuff because I feel like one stream of Windwalker or like one Mythic Plus session of Windwalker a week is just not going to be able to make me achieve what I want to achieve on this spec. But I probably won't play when actually, because I think, okay, sorry, word mumble jumble. Tomorrow 12.0.7 comes out, right, for me. For NA, they get it today because why not? I think I probably will stream the new boss tomorrow, and I'll be playing Windwalker there. So, yeah, I think actually I will play Windwalker next. I might do some keys beforehand, but I don't know if I'll do them on my Windwalker. Either way, what I'm trying to say is there'll be a stream, but it'll be later tomorrow because we raid in the evenings, right? And right now my time it's 3:15. We raid at like 7, so I will not be streaming till tomorrow evening, basically. But that'll be fun. I've heard the boss is pretty good on Windwalker. I did my PCR testing for it, but I've heard there's lots of ads. Can't complain. To live that first pull in 20s, I immediately fought Brew and Karma at the start. That is exactly what I did. But you can't survive a key where your healer gets one shot, unfortunately. Fort Brew and Karma can only take you so far. You also require a healer. So yeah, if you want to, I mean, I imagine a lot of you are probably playing the new boss tomorrow. But if you want to watch it, I'll be streaming some of that tomorrow on my Windwalker. And then I'll probably play it on some other specs as well. We'll see. I'm not sure what the plan is yet. I need to wait for a raid announcement on what we're actually doing. But I'll try to get the Windwalker in run 1, regardless. Do I not stream on YouTube every time I'm live? I do. I'm streaming on YouTube right now, no? I'll probably be facing it tonight. Yeah, I mean, I think I'll watch it one video beforehand of just how the fight goes, so I know when timings are for cooldowns. But I've heard, like, essentially it's, like, very ad-heavy, right? One big boss, he summons a lot of ads. Some ads you don't want to touch other ads, so you probably have people assigned to the 2 groups, and then it sounds like it's a very Zenith Stomp sort of boss, but I don't think it'll be that difficult. And pretty much every piece of gear from that boss is going to be best in slot. Oh my god, my game is dying. What the fuck? Okay, my game is alive. That was interesting. That was fun. If you're down for it, I'm 20 resilient on Windwalker on US. We could try doing triple Windwalker keys for the memes. Unfortunately, I am EU, so it's not possible. Also, I don't know if it's possible to time a key for 20 with 3 Windwalkers. That sounds insanely cursed. Actually, it probably is possible, but that sounds horrendously cursed. You'd have to pick a dungeon that has, like, no damage in it. Which, yeah, I don't know how well that would work. What do I use for my cooldown manager? I use cooldown manager centered. Options, add-ons. Cooldown manager centered is what I use. Oh, I thought I had a US character. Maybe I was mistaken. No, I don't have a US character. No, the ping would be horrendous. I think I'd be playing on, like, 200 ping. Oh my god. My brain already works at 200. Actually, it'd probably be an upgrade, because my brain reacts at 200 ping. So I'd actually be playing at the speed I think at. You need a new one because better cooldown manager hasn't been continued. I know a lot of people use like atrocity and things like that, but this one's very simple. It's just it's a cooldown manager. It has settings, and then you can like move all of these. It's quite chill to work with. I like it. Yeah, that's going to be it for me today. I will be on tomorrow for the raid boss if you want to come check that out, and maybe some keys beforehand. Thanks for watching, and yeah, have a lovely evening. Goodbye.